All right. All right, going to get started here in a few minutes. Just let a few people come in. And you know how we do, we'll chop it up. Talk about some fights last night. Do a little bit of post-fight talk. Robert Henry, what's going on, man? So let me see. Maybe I'll be on until like 8 o'clock today. I'm gonna try not to go over 8 o'clock. Got a little bit of stuff to do today, so or tonight. So I'm gonna try to stay on till 8 unless y'all hold me up again. Marcus Bell, what's going on? So yeah, man. Yeah, flyweight fight yesterday, man. I don't like to say I told you so, but you know. Yeah, we'll talk about Tyler Santos versus Jillian Robertson. Just on some certain things on why I knew she was going to win this fight. I mean, I talked about it. What day was that? Friday. You know, I talked about it Friday, but now what I said really goes on what I was talking about, like resume versus momentum. And it was just something about Tyler Santos, you know, her momentum was just on point. It was just emotion, you know. So I mean, yeah, Robert, you told him so. Yeah, like I like Jillian Robertson, man. You know, I like Tyler too, but when it comes down to it, I just knew it, man. Like so many people were saying, "Oh man, like Tyler Santos, her record don't mean nothing." You know, they were saying her record is stacked with people. She's just stopping just regular people, but it's more than that, man. It's more than that. You know, so yeah, we're gonna talk about that, and we'll talk a little bit about Sajara and Panny Kianzad. Shout out to Panny. You know, I gotta say I like Sajara, but you know I was a fan of Panny first. You know I've been seeing her first, so you know I'm cool with her winning her fight, and you know I might top it off with this Canelo Caleb Smith. You know that fight was pretty much how I felt it was gonna go. You know whenever you think about it, so yeah, just a few more minutes here we get started. Yeah, man. I didn't check out too many of the other fights on the card. Did y'all, Marcus, Robert? Did y'all watch any of the other fights? Jose Aldo was back. I didn't watch that fight. I got to go back and look at it. I mean, was it good? Did y'all see it? Entertaining? I had flipped over to boxing. I started watching boxing last night. I didn't watch all the UFC card after I saw, you know, the two fights I wanted to see. Mm-mm-mm. How was the Jose fight, Marcus? How was that fight? Was it any good? I know Jeff Neal lost to Stephen Thompson. I was like, damn. I, Good thing I didn't bet any money on Jeff Neal. I mean, I was going for Jeff Neal to win that fight, but damn, I thought he would have did a little bit better from what I heard. But yeah, Stephen Thompson, I heard he won that fight. So yeah, yep. Colton, what's going on, man? Colton said he wants to see Tyler versus Lauren Murphy. I think we'll get there. I think we'll get there eventually, but I don't want to rush it. I'd like to see Tyler. Who did I say? Winner of JoJo versus Jessica I would be good for Tyler. Robert Henry said the Aldo fight was okay. Jeff Neal got destroyed by Thompson. Damn. It was like that. Marcus Bell, it was Aldo. Showed that he still has it. Okay, okay. Damn, I can't believe Jeff Neal got destroyed though, man. For 5 rounds too, damn. I saw the Pettis fight though. Yeah, shout out to Anthony Pettis. I thought he did a good job in his fight. You know, after a rough first round, he seemed to come back in that second and third against Alex. What's his name? Alex Morono. Yeah, I saw that fight. I thought that was a good one. But yeah, man. Let's get in here, man. Let's get in on get it in. Yeah, Tyler Santos versus Jillian Robertson. You know, I'm not saying it. I'm not gonna say I told you so, and I'm not targeting my man BJ either. You know, I'm just saying because you know there's a lot of people that feel like Jillian Robertson was gonna win this fight. You know, like I said, they were basing it off of UFC wins, who has the most UFC wins, but there's a certain time you can really use a resume. You know what I mean? Like that's why I said resume versus momentum Friday when I was doing my live stream. Resume versus momentum. And this was one of those situations where I felt like momentum just overshadowed resume. Like you can't just look at the resume of Tyler Santos and say, okay, the fighters that she beat are no good, so she's gonna lose to Jillian Robertson. In no way you could say that. Jillian Robertson has more wins in the UFC, more wins in the UFC than Tyler Santos, but you can't really base that off of what was going to happen in this fight. You know, and I don't know if any of y'all really know the background of Tyler Santos. Like I said, I went back and did some research, and I was like, okay. I mean, you know, she's got a lot of experience on the ground. She just never really had to use it. You know, she just never really had to go in there and showcase grappling skills like she did on Saturday night. And what was crazy was, yeah, I called it, and you know, a lot of people called unanimous decision, dominant win for Tyler Santos, but I know a lot of y'all probably didn't think it was going to be done in this fashion. You know, everybody was probably thinking that she was just going to piece her up, outstrike her, work her in the clinch, beat her up. You know, they just wanted to. They just felt that she was going to do this. You know, stay on the outside, box, jab, move. You know, use a takedown defense, work in the clinch, work the body. That's what everybody was thinking that Tyler was going to do. But nah, man, she did the opposite. She met Jillian head on. And just like I said in my post-fight video, she didn't necessarily beat Jillian at her own game, man. This is her game. All right? Y'all understand that? Tyler's game is on the ground. She knows how to use her hands, but she was born into BJJ. You know, you can't ever look at a Brazilian fighter and say they don't know the ground. The mat is their home. That's where they learn to fight first. I mean, if you go back and look at some of these fights, I mean, go around the world and look at different fighters. Like, when you see a Brazilian fighter, you never think of them as a boxer or a striker. I mean, of course, Anderson Silva, they develop into these type of fighters with footwork eventually, but their main thing is to take it to the ground. That's their main way to fight. So if you were just gonna underestimate the ground skill, just think that Tyler Santos didn't have a ground game, then you're crazy. You know, you're crazy. You really don't know the sport of MMA and the background of different fighters. I mean, in Asia, you might see more kickboxers, you might see more boxers. You know, whether you're talking about China or Japan, you might see more fighters who like to fight on their feet. And again, going back to Brazil, you'll see more fighters who like to take it to the ground. You go to the US, you're going to see a little bit of mix of everything because you have Some fighters who spent years in Thailand, they come back here. They bring in their wrestling that they learned from high school in America. Then you're gonna have boxers in America. So you're gonna have a mixture in America. But when you go to certain other parts of the world, you're gonna have specific styles on different fighters. So when you're talking about somebody like Tyler Santos, you can't think that she's just gonna be all hands, or that's all she's gonna do, or that she's gonna get out wrestled, or she's gonna get submitted by somebody like Jillian Robertson. And this brings me to my next thing I want to talk about. I don't know if y'all know about the eye test, what the eye test is. The eye test, it doesn't necessarily work all the time. Like, you can't always just look at a fighter and say, okay, this person has the goods, they're going to beat that person. Like, you can't necessarily do that all the time because styles make fights. But in this case, I use the eye test, honestly. I had to use the eye test for these two because so many people were saying the resume wasn't up to par for somebody like Tyler Santos. So I said, okay, well, let me show you another way. Look at the body language of a fighter like Jillian Robertson versus the body language of a fighter like Tyler Santos. Look at the physical strength both of these fighters have. Look at the body language. Look at the foot placement of Tyler Santos. Look at the legs. Look at the foundation. Look at the core. Look at everything she possesses. You already know, just by looking at that, you can say, okay, this fighter here has something that Jillian Robertson doesn't have. So if it goes to the ground, Jillian Robertson's going to be in trouble. And that's what happened. So I said, look, she's physically stronger. So if she wants to keep it standing, she has the takedown defense to fend off a fighter like Jillian Robertson. You look at Jillian Robertson, when she gets you to the ground, you're in trouble. But that's all if she gets you to the ground. Sometimes she has trouble getting fighters to the ground, because she's not all around solid. She's not an all around physically strong fighter. And, she's not in her element until she fully gets you to the ground. Even in the clinch, Jillian Robertson is not the best in the clinch. You saw what Tyler was able to do in these clinches, right? I mean, if you go back and look, first round, look at some of these clinches right here. Tyler Santos is much stronger. Jillian Robertson, not so strong in the clinch. That's why I said she needs to improve her inside fighting. Unless she shoots in at with a well-timed takedown and she's got you to the ground, then that's whenever she's more so dangerous. But she's not even that dangerous in the clinch. So eye test really worked in this case. Because again, I know a lot of people say you can't base it off the resume because Tyler Santos hasn't fought too many UFC fighters. You can't really gauge too much of that. But once you start looking at that eye test, when you start putting all that together, you automatically say, okay, this girl is going to be trouble for Jillian Robertson, which she was. It's not just the striking that Jillian has to work on; it's timing. There's plenty of moments in there where her takedowns can be a little bit telegraphed. You can predict them. And again, somebody with a solid ground game, 12 years of experience like Tyler Santos, man, she's going to see them takedowns coming. Or if she sees a takedown coming, she might go into the fire with it and, burn you instead. And that's what she did, man. Like, she went in there straight head up with Jillian Robertson, took her to the ground. Well, actually, Jillian Robertson actually took her to the ground with that. Like, she grabbed her by the head. She, climbed on her and pulled her down with that, quick pull down where she was going to try to get the arm bar. But that was a mistake on Jillian's part, man, because Tyler, she just went in, put the head in the chest, and started working. Started controlling them hips, started fighting, with putting that height on her, where she could really control the hips of Jillian Robertson. Jillian Robertson was in trouble after that first round. After the first few minutes, man, I was like, okay, Jillian Robertson looks like she's in trouble. Here and there, she would find a little armbar attempt, but Tyler Santos, way too calm, way too relaxed, way too experienced. She was just able to slide out of that, put the pressure on her, get right out of it, go right back to work with them elbows. She was really grinding and really working Jillian Robertson in that first round. And right away I said, okay, if Jillian Robertson doesn't pull off something crazy, then she's definitely going to lose even on the ground. Went right into the second round. Jillian tried to start off shooting that jab, landed one good jab. Tyler took it back to the ground and started working her, man. Started putting it on her. Opened up a cut and, again, defended it well from another armbar. Another armbar attempt from Jillian Robertson. She put that knee on her head till she had to let it go, till she had to let that armbar attempt go, and just more mauling, you know. So there was just so many elements here where Jillian Robertson, you could tell she was just so used to being the dominant figure on the ground, where fighters would just they weren't used to the moves that Jillian was putting on her. But here it was just flowing like water. It was just flowing like water for Tyler Santos. That's why she probably wanted to take it to the ground, because she was like, yo, I'm gonna show y'all how you handle a grappler like Jillian Robertson. I'm gonna show you how comfortable I can be. And she did that, man. Third round, popped some jabs off, fought a little stand up, went right back to the ground and did the same thing. I almost thought a stoppage was coming. In this fight. But shout out to Jillian Robertson, man. I mean, she held on, tough chin, and she kept trying. When the openers came in, she kept trying. But that was just too far in between, because there wasn't much but the armbar attempts where she could go for it. But like I said, Tyler wasn't falling for that. But yeah, man, let me check the comments section here real quick. No, Gary, I didn't see the Greg Hardy fight. I didn't see much of them. I didn't see really any of the main card, because I went straight to boxing. After the Anthony Pettis fight. Yeah, exactly. I thought Tyler was gonna win, but not in that way, right? Marcus said Greg Hardy was trying to go to boxing. He might have to, man. He might have to go to boxing and fight somebody like Jake Paul or something. Damn. Robert said Thompson was averaging 40 strikes landed per round. Damn, yo. You serious? Robert here said, I'm not targeting BJ at this point. I'm just firing at this point. Just fire it off, man. Just filling the room with smoke. TJ said wins in the UFC are irrelevant when compared to skills, and Tyler has superior skills. Yeah, her skills was just way too, just way on another level. Like, Jillian was able to do what she was able to do against the quality of opponents, but that's where it stopped. That's just where it stopped, man. Like when she would start getting to the levels of the Jennifer Maya and Lauren Murphy, who else? Cynthia Calvillo. When she would start getting back to that level, that's where she would really, if she had never fought Tyler and she would have started fighting some of them top 5 fighters, that's where you would have really seen her getting into more trouble. Stamina, what's going on? Tyler said that she trains with some of the best grapplers in the world. Yeah, I believe that. Gary said Jillian versus Maverick makes sense. Yeah, that makes sense. I would like to see Montana and Maverick, though. Colton said, I don't think Jillian can ever break the top 5 with her style. Her striking isn't there, and anybody with basic ground defense can render her useless. Yeah, man, it's going to take a lot of work. It's going to take a lot of work, man. Stamina said, Jillian Roberts scared me with that jump. Yeah, that jump guard attempt. Yeah, that's what it was. I had to go back and I'm going to go back and look. Yeah, because I saw her just like jump, and then I was like, oh, she got it. And the Amber threat in round 3. Yeah, other than that, those are the only things she had to try. And Tyler was probably already expecting those moves from Jillian. She was probably like, oh, I know what that is. I know what this is. I'm not even gonna sweat it. Jillian was going for those Hail Mary submissions with no setups. Yeah, that shows you how outgunned she was, man. She was just going for whatever, because she was so pent up on her back that she couldn't get any leverage to really hurt Tyler at that point. Tyler was really controlling her hips and just banging away with elbows, so she didn't really have any answer for that, Tyler can go far in the division. Yeah, I think Tyler can, man. I think she can go pretty far. I think Tyler, I think when Santos really starts to get into a groove, and she doesn't have any more fights that are canceled, and she can push her way up the ladder here, I think she's gonna be making a big statement. I think she'll get into the top 5 before somebody like Jillian Robertson will, honestly, or Montana. Man, that's what I'm telling y'all, man. Like, imagine how that Montana fight would have been. Knowing how Montana can open up the cut so bad. I imagine what Santos would have done to Montana. That would have been crazy. That's why I called it that thing. And I was like, yo, Montana's gonna wind up getting dominated. She's gonna get dominated by Tyler, but luckily that fight didn't happen. Luckily that fight didn't have to happen. But yeah, man, like I said, this was one of those fights where, yeah, I know Jillian was on this winning streak, and I know she was looking good, but that was against the quality of opponents he was facing. But as soon as you step in there with what's the word? A hidden gem like Tyler Santos. You step in there with a hidden gem like Tyler Santos, you wind up getting I won't say exposed, but you wind up getting schooled. You wind up getting schooled on another level, because people just weren't getting the opportunity to see what she had to offer. So all of that, man, was just like pent up energy and pent up momentum. Every time a fight would cancel for Tyler Santos, it was just more and more pent up energy in there for her to let go in this fight. And I think she performed well. That's why if you go back and look, I went back and looked at that Barella fight. I was like, man, that was just a styles make fight situation. Barella just did enough work to touch and go, to touch and move, because that's her style. If you don't catch her early or take her to the ground early, then you'll let her win a comfortable or a controversial or a close decision over you. That's Barella I'm talking about. But other than that, Barella didn't really show any big weaknesses in Tyler Santos. It was just all styles make fights, so yeah, I wasn't gonna say, okay, because she's 1-1 in the UFC, she was gonna lose this. Nah, man. Got to do that eye test on this one. So yeah, I think an interesting fight for Tyler Santos right now. Like I said, it would be the winner of JoJo and Jessica I. That would be a good fight for her. The winner of Vivian and Roxanne, that would be good. But in the meantime, who else out there is Marcus? Who'd you say? Did you say Antonina? I think Antonina would be a good fight, Marcus. You suggested that. That would be good. Yeah, that would be good. I would like to see Antonita. That would be a good challenge for her. And then Jillian Robertson, she could go back to the fight with Andrea Lee. Andrea Lee's still on a 3-fight losing streak, so that fight still makes sense. So they could still make that happen. Stamina says Santos' calm and patience was the real standout for me. She was so unfazed, and I loved it. Yeah, she was. She was just in there working, doing her thing, man. Gary said, I think De La Rosa would have put up more of a fight. She has better stand-up than Jillian. Maybe, but I still think that the hand speed and the strength would really take her out of her element. Let me think. What could she do? I think even though she's bigger, I don't really see her posing like a size threat to somebody who's as strong as Tyler Santos. It's hard for me to say that, though. It might wind up being the same type of deal, or she might wind up getting stopped, depending on how bad she gets bloodied. because you know them elbows are coming down from Tyler Santos, and elbows plus her nose would just mean major leakage, you know. So I think the beating might be worse. I'm actually thinking the beating might be worse. De La Rosa, she can. I don't know if she can switch up better. She tries. Let's put it that way. She tries more. She'll try to switch up, but it doesn't necessarily mean that the results work in her favor, if that makes sense. Like, she'll try to strike with you, but she'll wind up getting outstruck, you know. And I don't really see her being the stronger fighter on the ground either against Tyler Santos, or really giving her a tough fight on the ground either. I think DLR's bleeding would have made Tyler grappling a bit less effective. Oh yeah, when you get into that later round, yeah, I know what you mean. If it gets real slippery in there, and that's where the ground and pound comes into play. You know, very effective with that ground and pound. Like, if she can't get her down with like a choke, she can keep her pinned with the she could keep her pinned with, you know, control the hips, keep the hips controlled under when she's in the guard, and just really drop elbows on Montana, you know. So it would be like a ground and pound type of finish for her, I think. Robert said, I think Santos beats I and Calderwood. Antonina or Roxanne would be a good fight if Roxanne gets past Vivian though. And I'm going for Vivian to win that fight. Antonina versus Tyler would be good. Don't know if the timelines would suit either of them in the end though. Let's see. Yeah, because I'm looking at the rankings right now. I guess next week they'll post the new rankings up. What is it? When do they post it? What, Monday or Tuesday? You know, when they post some rankings up, we'll see where Tyler lands. So Tyler should pop up in what, like number 11 or 12 spot now. BJ, what's going on, man? De La Rosa should fight Jillian Robertson for a contract elimination match. Damn. I really wouldn't want to see that fight. I'd rather see Montana and Maverick fight. I'd rather see Montana and Miranda fight, and then have Jillian and Andrea Lee go back to fight. You know, Andrea Lee and Jillian need to still have that fight, because like I said, Jillian just lost one fight. Andrea Lee, she's still on the same 3-fight losing streak, so that'd still be an interesting fight. You know, it ain't like Andrea Lee advanced in the meantime while she lost. She's still right where she is. So when her nose whatever heals up, then Andrea Lee and Jillian need to go back to that fight sometime in February or March. BJ said TJ said he's still waiting for that money. He waiting for them 50s. He waiting for them 50 he waiting for 50 of them you know, George Washingtons. I asked you 10 times for your cash. Yeah, there they go. Colton said Andrea Lee will beat Jillian. That's my girl. Oh boy. It's possible. It's definitely a close competitive fight. It's definitely a close fight, just off of what Andrea Lee could do on the feet. See, I think Andrea Lee and Jillian, their grappling match would be a little bit more well-rounded on the ground. But you know, when you're talking about somebody physically strong like Tyler, you know, nah, that's a different story, bro. So yeah, they haven't updated the rankings yet. Jillian from here dropped to 13. Montana's still number 15. Tyler's still unranked. So yeah, probably by next week, Tyler might bump in there at like what, 13 or 12. Yeah, she should probably like pop up at like 13 or 12. Yeah, BJ, DLR should fight Maverick, exactly. DLR versus Maverick, still a good fight. Man, Gary, Eubanks versus Norma. Man, I might have to go with Norma on that again, man. Like, Eubanks just been disappointing me. Like, I want to go for Eubanks, but she be disappointing me, man. Like, just has so many gifts, but she's not like letting go, man. Yeah, so let's jump to that fight. So yeah, next up for Tyler Santos, let's see. Winner of those two fights, like I said, or Antonina, maybe. Antonina and Tyler, or like I said, maybe the winner of JoJo and Jessica I. That would be good. Oh man, I bet you, man, Tyler Santos versus Roxanne would be interesting though, man. Just like style wise, I know she would like grapple the hell out of her and like take her out. Yeah, that would be interesting. But yeah, Patty Kianzad versus Sijara Eubank. This was a similar way I figured the fight would go. Like, it was a pick 'em. I didn't even really want to pick this one because I like both of them, and the technical side of me knew that Sijara might lose this fight because she'll usually like gas out towards the second and third round. She'll come in with a strong first round, maybe strong part of a second round, and then she'll usually like fade in the second round and fade out in the third round. You know, opponents like Ketlin and opponents like Panny that have energy to keep going and throw in volume. Those are like style nightmares for Eubanks. You know, Betch Coera is very one-dimensional, man, but she's got like boxing and brawling style that's gonna frustrate a guy like frustrate a girl like Sijara. You know, Sijara has boxing hands. You know, she has the ability to stay in the pocket. She has power and strength and a good chin, but she just doesn't have the cardio to hang. You know, she can't throw more than maybe one or two shots. And you know, she just stays on the outside too much, and she'll try to load up. That's Sarge's weakness. You know, her trying to load up punches all the time. You know, she tries to stay on the outside and load up punches. That's why I was like, man, going into this fight, Panty's gonna have a little bit of fun here. I knew she was. Like, after that first round where Sarge, you know, blew her, you know, she blew her load in that first round, I knew that second round, Panty was gonna start sticking and moving. But Panty did a little something different, man. She started fighting on the inside, you know, clinching, landing some good knees to the body. And I was like, knees to the body, man, they were taking the gas out of Sarge. Like, a couple times she buckled, bro. Like, she buckled a couple times for them knees to the body. So I was like, okay, I like this. I like how Panty's meeting her in the middle, putting the weight on her, fighting rough in the clinch, and really taking that energy away from Sarge. So that was another like solid adjustment that Panty made, you know. And then she went back to like popping jabs from the outside, you know, just doubling and tripling, you know, doing some great work in there. Panty just has a lot of tools, you know. I would like to see her elevate a little bit more. You know, she has to really be a little bit more dedicated to break into the top 10. You know, I think she has good hands, but I think she takes too many shots. She got a great chin, but she just takes too many shots and gives you a chance to lead or catch up with her. You know, I think there were some close times with Betch, you know, when her and Betch fought. The third round with her and Sarge, you know, Sarge caught Panty with a couple good left hooks, good right hands, you know. Thankfully, they were only single punches. You know, thankfully they were only like single shots, but you know, Panty would come back in twos and threes. You know, she did good. You know, good performance by Panty. And that's the thing. Like I said, like Panty knows how to make an adjustment on the fly and go in there and kind of take the energy away from you. You know, take the energy away because you know Panty's not a small girl. She fought at featherweight before. You know, she's been in there at featherweight, so she knows how to use that weight. She's a strong fighter. But Sarge, she's strong too. She's strong, man, but she's just like, she's not in it for the long haul. She's just not in it for the long haul. I don't know if she's at the wrong weight, if she's too small, is she killing herself to make 135? Where should she be? You know, she kind of falls in the middle. You know, she's not too, she's not too big, and she's not too small. Right in the middle, like somewhere in between 125 and 135. It's crazy. Let's see. Liz Elfing said Jillian sucks as a grappler. She said she sucks. Yeah, she has trouble. Like I said, that's what I was saying earlier. Like Jillian knows how to submit you. If she can get you to the ground, you know, and somehow keep you there, then you're in trouble. But her setups are predictable. You know, her setups can be predictable sometimes. You know, when she gets you in the clinch, she tries to go for that body lock. She doesn't have that physical strength there to really put the weight, distribute the weight right, and get you down to the ground. So yeah, her grappling, she could really use some improvement there next to her striking. You know, because the predictable shoot-ins, you know, that's going to get older. That's getting old after a while. BJ said Panty showed footwork. Yeah, Panty's always had that footwork, man. She's always been able to, you know, step to the side, pop jabs off, step to the side. He said Jillian doesn't suck. That's too much. She just might finally met someone that she's not significantly better than. She's got to work on it, though. Definitely got to work on it. Yeah, I mean, suck is harsh, but yeah, you got to. That's one element that's keeping her from getting the fight to the ground and being comfortable. Didn't even give Jillian time to set up takedown defense. Okay, who else we got? You should never temper your expectations of what happens in a fight. That's on you. Sajara looked pretty good against Avila too. Avila though. Yeah, I think Avila was kind of playing into her style more so. You know, I think Avila was like right there to be hit, so it kind of lit a fire in the Sarge and lets Sarge know that this is easy. You know, if a fighter starts to box and use range on Sarge, I think it kind of takes her out of her element mentally. But if you come straight to her, then she knows that the job is a little bit easier. You know, whenever Avila came at her and started trying to bang with Sarge, Sarge is like, okay, I can just throw this, I can throw that, and every shot's going to land. You know, I know every shot's guaranteed to land, and then I can take her to the ground, and I can wrestle her here because it's there. You know, I think that fight played more so in her favor, whereas this one here, she dealt with a bigger, stronger fighter in Panty, and same with Ketlin Vieira, where she was kept at range most of the time, and she didn't really know how to, you know, move in and jab her way in and stay committed to, you know, timing, you know. So trying to find somebody is a little bit tougher for her, you know, the stalking part. But if you come straight to her, she starts to look better. Marcus said, I'm not even going to take it that for saying Jillian sucks in grappling because she was just outmatched. Yeah. She was just, showing up, just showing up. That's why I couldn't even say she was really exposed. She was just in there with a better, I'll take that back. She was just in there with a better opponent, a much better opponent. That just tells you that she has to get to her level. Robert Henry said we don't agree with everything, but she's cool to me. She's definitely not what's wrong with MMA, the MMA community. Gary said Tyler technically got only one takedown. And it's crazy what she did with that takedown, though. It's crazy what she was able to do with that. So Panny, um, I think Panny needs to really start slipping a little bit more. That's all I can say she can really add to her game, because her hand speed and her timing is fine and her distance is fine. Make sure y'all hit the thumbs up too, man. See, I got 13 people in here, so hold on, just so my notifications come up more, because my notifications, not everybody's getting it. So hit the thumbs up. Yeah, if you hit the thumbs up, that'll make my notifications come up. I notice like a lot of people don't get them. Like they keep hiding my stuff, so I don't know. No idea what's going on. Robert Henry said, just like you and women of MMA rock with each other. I don't attack them, but oh, okay. All right. Anyway, yeah, Panty. I like Panty's boxing. Aside from when she'll stay in there and brawl sometimes and take a shot, like I said, that's why she's got a couple of teeth missing. Like, she rocks it though. She's cool with it, but I think she just needs to work on more head movement, slipping out of the way, and yeah, just a lot of good side to side movement. Because other than that, I like her hand speed and I like her clinch work. She's a strong fighter in the clinch. Work on her takedown defense. Don't spend too much time on the ground. Clinch fighting works for her, and striking from the outside. Very, very good fighter. I want to see more from Panty. So for Panty, the rankings still have her at number 14, and they have Sarge at number 13. So next week that's going to change. So from here, I'd like to see Panty in here with, let's see, Mari Renault and Macy are fighting next, so nah, that won't work. Who's Yana Konaskaya fighting next? She could jump up 6 places and fight Yana. That would be interesting. Panty versus Yana would be a good fight. Ooh, Panty versus Juliana Pena would be good. That'd be 7 places up for her. I think Panty has some pretty good hands to put on Juliana, but avoid the ground with Juliana. But you never know what will happen, man. So yeah, I like. Let me see. Julia Avila's number 15 right now. Maybe Panty and Lena Landsberg. Maybe Panty, Lenny Landsberg, and then or Panty Pena, Panty and Juliana. Yeah, because Juliana looked good in her fight against GDR up until that submission win, but she's still a game fighter. She's still solid. So that would be a good test for Kianzad right now. Kianzad Pena, that would be a good fight in my opinion. Who else y'all got? What do y'all think? Colton said give Panty Ketlin Vieira. That would be interesting. Yeah, Ketlin Vieira, that would be good. Because Ketlin holds a win over Sarge too. Oh yeah, okay, yeah, Lena had a baby. Yeah, that's right. And she building the house too. Yeah, that's right. She's in home mode right now. She building up the house right now. So yeah, she's getting she might be getting ready for retirement. Who knows, Panty versus Nico. Panty versus Nico, yeah. I'm gonna ride with Panty on that one. Going with Panty on that one. But Nico's unranked. I don't know. So you see here? Yeah, Nico's unranked. I want to see Panty fight a ranked fighter now. I want to see her get a top 10. Exactly, Gary. Yeah. Let's give her a top 10 fighter. Let's see. Danielle H, what's going on? She joined the chat. Ernest Richardson, what's going on? You joined the chat. And yeah, Liz, what's going on? Yeah, I think I saw you already. So yeah, I want to see Panty in there with the top 10 fighter next. That would be good. Yeah, because she is on a solid win streak right now. So yeah, she deserves it. Yeah, because BJ, yeah, Nico, it would be interesting, like the matchup styles, but but yeah, Nico's unranked right now, so nah, I don't want to see that. Colton said Irene Aldana would be a good, cool striking match for Panty. Yeah, man, that would be good boxing right there. That would be good hand game. Oh, here you go, BJ. You know I'm going against you on that one. Kona Sky would be too much for Panty. I don't know about that. Panty was a featherweight. Panty can hold her own. Like, where's she gonna be too much for? Can can Kuniskai get past the jab of Kianzad? And that's the question. Can she get past the combinations? She's strong now. I give her that. But so is my girl Panty. I gotta rock with her though, man. I gotta rock with her. I think she'll beat Kuniskai. So yeah, damn, that's a quick hour passed by. Almost 20, 15 minutes left. So yeah, y'all keep the WMMA talking going, but yeah, real quick, Canelo versus Caleb Smith. I don't know if y'all watched that fight. Like I said, I know too many boxing fans, but I'll be quick on it and brief. I'll do a post-fight video for you boxing fans, but this fight wasn't really competitive, man. Canelo Alvarez, he went in there and just took apart a guy that was almost like what, 8 inches taller than him. Wait, let's see. Was he or 6 inches taller? 5'9", 10. Yeah, 7 inches taller. Yeah, Callum Smith is like 7 inches taller than Canelo, and he didn't do anything in there, man, for 12 rounds. Like, I thought it would have been a competitive boxing match, but how is Canelo the guy with like a 8 inch reach disadvantage? How is he in there out jabbing the taller, longer man? I mean, from round 1 to 12, Caleb Smith wasn't able to make any type of adjustment in this boxing. Like, he could not throw anything hard. He could not throw any hard power shots. He could not jab Canelo. Canelo was out jabbing him, just walking him down for 12 rounds. So it wasn't really much of a big fight to talk about. I mean, nothing changed from round 1 to 12. I thought a stoppage was coming into play maybe around 9 or 10. Maybe the cornermen, the doctors were kind of looking at the face of Caleb Smith, but Caleb stayed in there for another 3 rounds and just continued to get beat down by Canelo. I mean, Canelo was landing body shots, landing head shots, hooks around the side, overhand rights, double jabbing his ass, just taking him apart. But like I said, I'll do a little post fight. I see y'all jumping with the WMMA talk, so we'll stick on that. So yeah, for y'all out there, boxing fans, Canelo, I want to see him in there with a better competition from here. Really need to see him in there with somebody that can test him and really test his legacy. All right. Oh, wait. Yeah, let's get back to this WMMA talk. All right, so who said Yana is a better striker than Panty? Hold on. Physical strength, and can Panty deal with Kunisky's jab? Yana is the better striker. Yana's the better striker, man. Come on, man. All right, so I can't believe that, man. You say Yana's the better striker? I gotta go back and look at this. I gotta go back and look at this, man. Show me a fight where her jab was better than Panty's, for real though. Please somebody tell me a fight where Yana had just like this excellent jab that was better than Panty's overall punch selection or her punch variety. Nico fights once every blue moon. Yeah. Yeah, yeah, Stamina Nico, man, like I hope everything goes well for her, man. Just like outside of fighting, like health wise, she just can't get right. I know, man. Like health wise, I want to see her do good. And if that means leaving the fight game, that's cool. If Nico has to leave the fight game to get her health right, get everything good, then that's fine. That's why I'm not really gonna be I'm not gonna be on her and saying she needs to do this and that. She's got things going on. So if that's what she's working on in the meantime, I'm not the type to bash her about that. Like health comes first. So that's me. BJ said Yana fights arthritis too. Uh, from what everybody else is saying, she's got some other issues going on too. So I don't know, man. Jillian needs to head to strawweight. I don't know if she can make strawweight, man. But then again, I mean, if Mackenzie Dern makes strawweight, maybe she can, right? Ernest Yana is technical, but she is very easy to hit. Yeah, BJ, I didn't forget that. I know she's a lifelong Muay Thai champion, but does she translate it well to mixed martial arts? That's my point. I know she's doing that, but is it enough to upset somebody who can move fast on their feet and pop out jabs? You know what I mean? Because you a Muay Thai fighter don't necessarily mean you the best striker in MMA unless you know how to translate it well. And from what I'm seeing, to me, Panny, her jab is very, very technical. It's very, very straight, very fluid. I mean, Yana's jab is good too. Yana, her striking is good too, but I just feel like she's too slow. I think she's just too slow, in my opinion. Gary said Marion Renault is old. I mean, yeah, she's up there, but damn, I don't want to call her old. Nico's Instagram is gone. I remember when Nico said she would KO and submit Valentina at the same time. Man, that's old school. Yana has never been outstruck in any fight except the Cyborg fight. Here we go. That's because she hasn't fought Panty yet. That's because she hasn't fought Panty yet. Or Holly Holm. Oh. That's because she hasn't fought Panty or Holly Holm yet. Oh. Yeah. That's why. That's why. Let's put Yana in there. Let's put Yana in there with somebody with some hand speed. Ain't been outstruck because she hasn't fought uh-oh, here we go. Okay. BJ said Panty is a world beater now. Okay. Was Jillian Robertson that top level UFC fighter that we were talking about that was gonna beat was Jillian Robertson that top level fighter that was gonna beat Tyler Santos, because she had more UFC wins? Are we gonna base it off of that again? I know we ain't gonna base it off of that again, man. I'm talking about style, matchup, and off of looks right here at eye test. I ain't even gonna talk about world beating because look, Yana has not dealt with hand speed like this. I still want to see Yana and what's her name? I want to see how Yana could handle Irene. I want to see Irene Aldana and Yana Kunitskaya. That would be a good fight. Patty's UFC record versus Jillian's record. What makes Jillian's record better though? That's my question. Like Jillian Robertson, okay, she's beat more UFC fighters. She has more wins in the flyweight division, but is it against top 5 fighters? You know, is it against those top 5 fighters too? So I mean, somebody like Patty to me has showed different levels of getting better and the ability to get better. Let me just put it that way. Like she's open to a little bit of everything. When I see Patty fight, again, no knock to Jillian. I'm just saying what I see here. Like Patty seems a little bit more open to getting better and trying new things in there that can help her win or advance. You know what I mean? I think Patty's in there working the clinch. You know, she's kneeing, she's tie clinch, she's boxing, she'll get you to the ground, she'll grapple with you, she'll do a little bit of everything. That's why I can say Patty has more room for improvement. And that's why I could see her in there giving trouble like that to somebody like Yana Kunitskaya. Yana, I know she comes from that Muay Thai background, but again, like I said, like, does she have the well-roundedness growing in her though? You know? Yeah, look, Yana is a beast. That's what I'm saying. But Patty is finding her element right now. I think that Patty is really finding her element right now, and I think that Yana has a style that Patty could just get on, and it's time for her to get that fight. There ain't no other way we gonna know unless she get that fight. We gotta make that fight. She deserves a top 10 fighter. We ain't gonna never know if she's not a world beater if she doesn't get a top 10 fight next. She's on a 3-fight winning streak. Let's give her a top 10 fighter. Let's give her Juliana Pena, Irene Aldana, or let it be Yana Kunitskaya. Any of those 3 fighters. I can't just say that Yana beats Patty without actually seeing the fight. I can't just say that just because she is a few rankings above her. But style-wise, man, I just think the fight is good. I think that might be the one. Exactly. That's what I'm saying, BJ. It's just a fight you have to see. We can't just keep saying, oh, she's a beast and she'll beat so-and-so. Because right now, there really is no, in the bantamweight division, there really is no one woman that stands above the rest besides the champion. And maybe GDR. She holds her spot down well. But everybody else, is always a coin toss on who's going to win a fight. We pretty much know GDR can hold down her level. And then Nunes got hers on lock because he's got the belt. You know what I mean? But everybody else from down bottom, it's like a coin toss. Yana is a coin toss. Who you put her in there with? Sarge is a coin toss. Holly is a coin toss. Ernest said, I'm torn. Julia is a decent bantamweight, but Patty got a schoolyard amateur-like beating in a professional fight. Patty got a schoolyard amateur-like beating in a professional night. She got an amateur beating? What does that mean? I love Marina. I'm taking Rebus because she proved her well-rounded style. Yeah, it's another good fight. Another damn good fight. Anything could happen though. I'm gonna just say that, But yeah, Rebus definitely got something, going for it right now. Colton said, I think Rahali could make a run for the title still. Look, shout out to Holly, but I don't know. Like Holly can beat Amanda. Now I know you playing Colton. Now I know you playing. You think Holly can beat Amanda? She couldn't do it the first time. She's never gonna do it. I'm sorry, Holly, but you're not going to. And Chase on, Macy Chase on. I still want her to be a featherweight, but Julia swarmed her with a flurry that was avoidable. Julia swarmed who? Ernest. Who are we talking about? You talking about Gina Mazzani? Because she knocked her out. Who are you talking about, Ernest? Because Julia Avila didn't fight Penny, right? What are you talking about? You losing me here. You talking about, yeah, wait a minute. Like last year. Yeah, it was a while ago. She just fell into that when she fought Julia, she kind of fell into that exchange. That's why I'm saying, like, she needs to stop exchanging with fighters. Like, she needs to just use her range and her boxing skill that she has. Good sidestepping, good lateral movement. Yeah, Gary, I remember now. Dang, man, like, years passed by so fast. Yeah, Julia beat Penny. Yeah, Penny, I'm not saying she's perfect, but yeah, she's definitely got some good game in there. I think the more and more she starts to get in there. No, you might have been right. I just got to go back and look at it, Ernest. Like, they fought last year. You might be right, Ernest. You talking about Julia and Penny when they fought last year. I haven't seen that fight since that time it took place. So, yeah, you might be right. I got to go back and look what happened in that Penny fight with Julia. All right, BJ out the door. All right, man. Ernest said wrong fight. My bad. Yeah, I read that. Yeah, I read that. Colton said, "What do you think of Jessica Andrade's chances? What do you think of Jessica Andrade's chances against Valentina? I mean, she got a chance. She has a chance, but I don't think she has anything new that Valentina hasn't seen before. I think if she uses her controlled pressure early on and she measures her distance well and she lands some good hard left hands right down the middle, then Jessica's really going to get hurt early on. I mean, precision is what really kills Jessica Andrade. I mean, we've seen that with Wei Li, and then we saw it in part of the Rose fight. So if you just have 100% or close to 100% focus on Valentina, on Andrade, then I think somebody like Valentina can, make this a fight where she could knock her out. She could stop her. Might not be one shot, but it'll be like a systematic beating where, it's body kicks, straight left hands, maybe a spinning back fist when she tries to come straight in. Andrade just doesn't really pose anything new. Like, every time you look at her fight, you can know what to expect. Now, if she does close the distance, you know what's going to happen. So Valentina just needs to really know how to defend against slams, or like position her body to defend against the slam. I really don't know how you do that, but let me think. Because when she got in on Caitlin, she tried to slam Caitlin. When she got in on Rose, she, of course, she slammed her. So when you get her in a certain position, you just have to really counter her strength, man. And you just really have to start kneeing first. I mean, Wei Li, she went to work. She went to work early and got her out of there. So she didn't really have to worry about that. So, yeah, you just got to be the one to initiate the work in the clinch first. Let's see. Gary said Jessica's my girl no matter what. Yeah, I mean, yeah, she's a solid fighter. I mean, she's committed to what she does, and I appreciate that as a fighter. She doesn't duck anybody. I like her. I like that in Jessica. I'm just not a fan of her lack of evolving. Daniel H said, I'm eager to see how Jessica approaches Valentina's style. Valentina should run to avoid getting knocked down. No, I don't see her running. Sarge going to get cut after next loss. Very likely. Colton said Andrade might be able to handle Valentina against the cage. She's strong. Yeah, I think so too. That's why you got to keep a distance. I think she definitely has the strength, but how Valentina handles that strength, she knows how to handle it. Let's put it that way. She knows how to counter that strength and stay away from it. Let's see. Valentina will circle around Andrade. Good possibility. We saw how Valentina dealt with Jennifer Maya's strength. Jennifer Maya is strong though, man. Like Jennifer Maya, she's pretty strong, and she's a little bit bigger too. She's a little bit bigger. So, and the thing about whenever Jennifer Maya was on the ground, she was actually in a position where I felt like she was trying to work. Sometimes when Jessica Andrade slams you, I think she's just trying to go for that slam, and then she kind of abandons everything else. Minna, what's going on, Minna? It said I came on at a perfect time. Oh, why? Valentina Jessica Andrade? Oh, okay. Let's see. Oh boy, my favorite fighter is Jessica. Okay. Well, your favorite fighter is gonna. Well, everybody's saying it, so I mean, I'll do a prediction anyway. But Jessica gonna lose to Valentina. Let's see. Gary Baldwin said Jessica may lose, but at least she holds more bonuses than any other fighter. Hey, you right. You right. That's why I say, like, Jessica Andrade, like, she has so many great things. She has a lot of solid things about her that can make her a great fighter. I can't say she is a great fighter. I mean, she has a great heart, but she just lacks the IQ. She has great strength, but she just lacks the head movement. She has a great foundation, but then she just lacks the striking ability. She's got great power, but she just lacks the timing. So it's always a balance with Jessica Andrade. A lot of great attributes, but then certain things that just take away from it. Like I said, power, but no striking ability. So every right hand you throw is just going to be a prayer. You're just going to put up a prayer every time. Nah, you can't do that. Start learning how to time, work a jab, and throw a good right hand that's timed well. Stamina said, BJ said we can't just say fighters are going to win unless we're talking someone versus Valentina or Nunes. I'll say Nunes too, because who was that? Colton. I think Colton said Nunes versus Nunes versus Holly Holm, and I'm like, nah, Amanda's gonna win that. Unless you're Nunes too. Come on, BJ. Yeah, BJ, I thought you had to run, man. What you doing back in here? Get out. Get up out of here, man. Yeah, BJ, get on up out of here, man. Unless you still in this conversation, man, but you got things to do. Get up out of here. So yeah, never seen that mentioned anywhere before right now. Are you suggesting that it should happen? I don't think I like that idea person. Oh, you talking to Liz. Oh, BJ's cleaning and listening. You must not doing a good job of cleaning because you still typing. You ain't doing a good job of cleaning, man. You still typing up in here. Mena said, at least Jessica is trying to hurt you, not outpoint you. Yeah, I like that. I like the fact that she can go in there and try to hurt you, man. But I would like to see her pick her shots more. You know what I mean? You know, you got to go in there and pick your shots. You know, don't swing wild because Valentina's going to duck a right hand. You know, Valentina's going to measure it beautifully. You know, she's going to measure that type of stuff. So, body kicks, you know, she factors in a lot of stuff here. So, you got to factor in a lot of stuff here. But yeah, man, like Gary was saying up there, you know, she is a Hall of Fame fighter. Beat everybody at strawweight just about. TJ, I'm a Nunes fan, but I don't take it to the level of denying reality. Okay, yeah, yeah, of course. You talking to BJ? Yeah, yeah. I mean, yeah, everybody. Yeah, like as fighters, I'm fans of, but I know when they in trouble. You know, I know whenever they maybe bit off more than they can chew. All right, Mina says she seemed to improve, and she has great crazy cardio. Yeah, she's got way better cardio than Claudia, man. Like Jessica Andrade has solid cardio. She'll go into the third and fourth round on great legs. You know, um, that's what I'm saying. Like she has so many great things as far as being an athlete, but then like the technical skill is just kind of out the door. So you're kind of just left with this raw, brute, powerful fighter in Jessica Andrade. You know, which some people you just can't change their style. You know what I mean? Like Jessica Andrade, that might just be her. You know, maybe she's just not the type of fighter to switch up the style. That might take away from her. Who knows? You try to turn her into like a technical fighter, she might change. You know, so I mean, the fighter she's gonna be right now is definitely gonna make for an exciting fight with her and Valentina when they get down. You know, when they get down, that's gonna be crazy. I like it style wise though. I must say that. BJ is voice typing. Damn, BJ, you voice typing like a mug, boy. Claudia and Agapova have the worst cardio in WMMA and Bea Malecki. Yeah, Agapova, boy, she was gone. She was spent. I don't even think it was like the worst cardio for Agapova. I think Agapova just took the wrong approach in that fight. That Shannon Dobson fight. It's still too early to say Agapova has bad cardio like Claudia. I mean, Claudia's proven it every single fight that goes the distance. Claudia proves it every time that her cardio is not up to par. You know, but yeah, Agapova, I think she can improve on her. She's still young. JJ took that time off because unless offered a rematch, there's literally nothing for her to do. That whole time hasn't been healing time. What was that? Whaley versus JJ. JJ took a year off for healing. Yeah, I mean, if anything, that's the only reason she needed to take off. I mean, that head was on swole, man. Like, I wouldn't suggest anybody coming back after a head like that. You know, after 6 months, yeah, take a year off. Take a year off, definitely. Colton said Jessica I should retire. She's taking a lot of damage. She's lost a lot, but I don't think she's had beat downs. Like, yeah, she's got beaten up, and she got kicked in the head by Valentina pretty bad. But if she was retired, it'd be because hey, she just ain't got it. You know what I mean? Like, Claudia's cardio is fine. Haters just hate on her off. Claudia's cardio is fine. Okay. Yeah, TJ. Macedo got bad cardio too. Yeah, and she should. Yeah, yeah. Macedo, her cardio. Yeah, and again, Sajara Eubank, her cardio is not really like on that level. I want to see JJ fight Chikagan at 125. Oh yeah, that would be good. That would be the stinging striker versus the pity pat striker. JJ, boy, she got the sting on her shots. She gonna be throwing real, stinging punches while Chikagan gonna be trying to outpoint. And I think that would be a good fight where JJ could just actually walk Caitlin Chikagan down. I don't know. I might do a video on that, BJ. I'm glad you brought that up. That would be an interesting striking match. I'm gonna do a what if on that. JJ versus Chikagan, how that fight would kind of play out. I mean, I see JJ winning, but who knows, right? Here he said Claudia's gas tank is always on empty. Menace said she's been doing the whole punching at the same time thing, so I think she'll give Valentina a fun fight. She might kick Valentina's knee that she hurt. We'll see. We'll see, Mena. We'll see how this plays out. I know you got faith in Jessica, but we'll see. All right, so I got like almost 18, 19, almost 20 people in here. Make sure y'all hit the thumbs up too. Like I said, hit the thumbs up and make my notifications come up faster. A lot of people don't get them. But yeah, y'all always have some good conversation. Y'all always know how to turn it into some good conversation after I finish with my topics. What else? Any questions y'all got? Like, what other fights do y'all want to see? Yeah, let's see. Chikagan will outrange JJ. Huh. Might be on here for like another. I'm already over my time that I said I'd be on here, but I'll probably be on here another like 15 minutes. Oh, Mena, you said Mena, I think Valentina will win. Oh, so you picking Valentina over your girl Jessica? Okay. All right, Mena's picking you picking Valentina over Jessica. Well, you're telling the truth, right? Mena JJ beats most flyweights. Yeah, I agree with that. Colton, who wins in a newspaper? Why? Hold on, let me pull this chat up. There you go. Colton, who wins in a Nunes versus Cyborg rematch? That's close, man. Usually when that fighter gets that knockout win in such shocking fashion, that fighter still holds that. I don't know what it is. They hold that like mental edge over them. I'm gonna go with Nunes. I mean, I don't know it. I think between Nunes and Cyborg, it's always going to be like a puncher's chance, and it's never going to go 5 rounds with them two. Nunes and Cyborg, it's never going to go 5 rounds, in my opinion. So it could go either way. Like if it was a rematch, I could see Nunes doing the same thing that she did the first fight, but I could see Cyborg maybe coming in a little bit more patient, calculated, and breaking it down. Breaking the trying to break the will of Amanda Nunes, maybe taking her to like the 2nd or 3rd round and then stopping her. I don't see her stopping Nunes in the 1st round the same way, because I think Nunes will be a little too wise to that and be smarter with the counters. I think Cyborg would probably do it in like the later rounds, so like maybe like the 2nd or 3rd, like I said. But it would be it's always going to be back and forth between them two. That's how good they are, in my opinion. Oh yeah, you said I want Jessica to win. Yes, I want Jessica to win. At least you don't let your fan pick, overshadow reality. Or yeah, you know what I mean. Robert here said, I just want to see Rose versus Wei Lee or Carla paying for stealing the fight. Yeah, Wei Lee versus Carla is happening. Yeah, Carla's supposed to be happening, yo. Yeah, man, it's going down. Uh, I'm not really mad about it. Like I said, like what can you do? I mean, Rose has things going on, and in the meantime, Wei Lee got to have a fight. Wei Lee's got to get in a fight in 2021. She probably don't want to fight just one time a year, so let her get this other fight with Carla. Y'all don't like Carla anyway, so Wei Lee's gonna run through her, so enjoy that. Y'all want to see Wei Lee do this to Carla, so just sit back and enjoy the show when it happens. And let Rose do what she got to do to get back into fighting shape. Bay in Singapore, they should throw Michelle Waterson. She's been crying about a title shot. Nah, I don't want to see that. I'd rather see Yan Xiaonan versus Wei Lee first before Michelle Waterson. I like to see Michelle Waterson Angela Hill rematch. Y'all go back with that. Oh, coach, what's going on? He said, agreed. Danielle, I'm still salty about the Angela Hill fight. Man, I am too. Danielle, I'm still salty about that mug. I am salty about that fight, man, because Angela Hill, she knows she got to step it up. She got the odds against her. She knows when she got to go in there and knock somebody out. She knows she got to sit down on her punches and, put in work. You can't always fight on the back foot. Yeah, so I'm salty about the Angela Hill fight, but Angela knows she got to do it now by this point in her career. Man, Michelle would be funnier. Yeah, man, like Wei Lee is just on another level, bro. I actually think Carla might make it a little bit more competitive than Michelle Waterson. I think just style wise, I think that Carla might try a little bit harder. Well, I won't say she try a little bit harder. I think just because she's a wrestler, and she has gotten a little bit stronger. Carla Esparza has gotten a little bit stronger. Yawn versus Amanda. So Carla has no claim to the title shot. After and if she beats not Michelle Rodriguez. I'm about to say Michelle Rodriguez. No, after and if she beats Marina Rodriguez. If Amanda Ribas gets past Marina Rodriguez. Yeah, that's right. Okay, Marina Rodriguez. If she beats Marina Rodriguez, then she should fight Yan Xiaonan and then fight for the title shot. I like that idea. Yeah, Wei Lee versus Esparza, it's not going 5 rounds. I know that. And yeah, we do need Tatiana Suarez back. Man, Young got taken down too much with Claudia. Did she? How many times did she get taken down? I thought she was doing good because she was striking the hell out of Claudia in that fight. Like, how many times did How many times did Claudia take her down? I thought she only took her down maybe like once or twice in that fight. TJ, yeah, Amanda Ribas ain't beat Michelle Rodriguez. Now y'all know what was on my mind, Michelle Rodriguez. Mackenzie Dern. Liz, I would like to see Mackenzie Dern fight Tisha Torres. That would be a good fight. I don't know who's next for her right now, but yeah, I think that would be interesting. What is she ranked at now? Let's see. Mackenzie Dern. Let's see. Mackenzie Dern is ranked at number 11 right now. And Tisha Torres is number 9. So maybe Mackenzie Dern versus Claudia. Claudia is number 6. Or Mackenzie and Michelle Waterson. Mackenzie versus Claudia or Michelle Waterson. I think those would be good fights. Yeah, those would be good matchups. So yeah, those are 2 fights that I would like to see her in. Like right now, I don't know what is next for her, but yeah, that would be good. Minnesota felt like her takedown defense wasn't good. Whaley has ground game. Yeah, Whaley's got more of a ground game than Yan does. So yeah, if she chooses to fight in the clinch and take her down, it'll be rough. Yeah, Gary, I remember that fight. They fought like 2 years ago. I thought the fight was close. I know a lot of people were getting on me because I said Tisha Torres made that fight competitive with Whaley. It wasn't like a blast out. Like Whaley versus Jessica Aguilar, that was a blast out. But Tisha Torres, I felt like she was just out-strengthened. She held her own a little bit, but you know how it goes. Cedric C, what's going on, man? Cedric, what's going on, bro? You said, just jumping in, I don't see how Eubanks lost. I had it 2-1 Sarge. Man, I had it 2-1 for Panty, actually. I gave Sarge the first round, but round 2 and 3, man, I just felt like, Panty was putting hands on Sarge a little too much. Is Whaley's takedown defense not good now? Or takedown not good now? Who said that? Who said it wasn't? TJ said, so is Jillian going to be out of the rankings now? I don't know. BJ, are you still cleaning and listening? Do you know? Do you have an idea, BJ? Is Jillian out of the rankings now, or will she be? Well, Montana is number 15 right now, so Jillian might fall to 13 or 14. Wait a minute now. Hold on now. No, man, she is 13 now. Yeah, she might fall out of the rankings. Jillian might fall out of the rankings, man. BJ, do you hear that? Jillian might fall out of the rankings, bro. Genesis, what's going on? Nah, man. Yo, BJ, I know if you hear me, man, I think that Jillian might be out of the rankings, man. Whaley won handily against Torres. It was a good fight, though. It wasn't like a beatdown like, she did to Jessica Andrade, so. UFC did Paige Van Zandt so dirty by throwing her to Amanda Ribas and giving her walking papers. I don't think they did her dirty, man. I mean, come on, Colt. Like, they tried to give her somebody. Like, who else is they going to give her? You know what I mean? Paige, like, I ain't being mean, but, Paige had to be ready for somebody. Anybody else would have maybe done the same. Oh yeah, I see. Yeah. Stammer, you right. He can't hear me. That vacuum got loud, boy. He turned that vacuum on high. Stamina, she was on the last fight of the contract. When that pairing was made, she was going regardless. Right. Well, Cedric, you said, well, okay, Cedric, you said she completely won round three. Panty won round three completely. I thought that round was closer, actually. Round two, she won completely, in my opinion, with the striking and the clinch work. But yeah, the round three was a little bit closer. I thought there was some good exchanges in there. Dang, Gary said Paige is a fraud, man. Come on, go easy, man. Gary said Paige versus Tyler. Why would I want to imagine that? Why would I want to imagine Tyler versus Paige, man? You know what's going to happen. Oh, Marcus, what's where you been? Marcus said Alexa Grasso was ranked at 14 and was removed from the rankings. Yeah, so Jillian might be removed next, man. Unless they push Montana out and then they make Jillian number 15. Colton, what do you think about Paige doing bare knuckle boxing? Dangerous, man. I'm actually going to interview after Christmas. I'm going to interview the girl that called, well, the girl that she called out that she wants to fight, Britain Hart. I got an interview with her coming maybe next week. She'll probably tell me about the update on that fight with Paige Van Zandt. Because Sarge had her on the ground, Panty looked like she was just responding to whatever Sarge threw. Maybe I'm wrong. Yeah, go back and look at her, man. Man, Liz, Panty versus Sarge wasn't no hugging match. Did you see the second and third round? I like both of the fights. I thought they both were good. Not I know everybody's not a fan of grappling or wrestling. I mean, I wasn't either, but to me they were good. The LH said I think Paige will beat Britain Hart. We'll see, man. That's what they're kind of looking forward. Maybe that's what they're kind of looking to happen. That's why they want her to fight her, but I can't say, because Paige don't even have any bare knuckle experience, so we'll see. Man, why did Thompson keep dabbing? Is that his new thing? I've never watched this fight, but it was weird. I didn't see the fight, man. I didn't watch that. I didn't watch the main card last night. Cedric, is it mirror? Or I don't see what Canelo did so special. He fought a bum. He couldn't even knock him out. It wasn't, man. I thought the fight would have been a little bit more competitive. But yeah, Canelo didn't really do anything great. He just did what his skill set has him do, It wasn't a great fight. I watched it, but he didn't even score the knockout either. So yeah. Paige must have gotten a good payday to do bare knuckle boxing because striking isn't even her forte. Exactly. It doesn't make a lot of sense unless she's cashing out. Yeah, man, that's all I think. I think the offer was good, The bare knuckle offer was good, so she took it. But yeah, it ain't something she's known for. That's why I'm kind of like Britain Hart might piece her up. Britain Hart might go in there and put work on her, put hands on her. Gary, Paige versus Jillian, Paige versus Montana, Paige versus I don't care. Paige had no hope in flyweight. Exactly. That's what I'm saying. Like it didn't matter who it was. It didn't really matter who they fed her to. She was gonna lose. Wow, Marcus. Yeah, I mean, she does, and she has better kicks too. I can't lie about that. She does have better hands and better kicks, but it's just like her. It's so many other things she lacks, like defense, and that makes her not as good as Jillian though. That's funny though. It's not funny, but it is kind of true. Mena, what was that about? They best friends. Oh, Tyler had an Oliveris against Jillian. Man, boy. Yeah, TJ, that's what they kind of pushing for. They kind of want that Page versus Beck rematch in bare knuckle. That's why I'm thinking they hope that Bret Hart beats her. They want Page to beat Bret Hart. Get that fight for the build up, and then Beck and Page fight again. And I don't know, man. I think Beck wins that fight. This ain't MMA. So this ain't the same thing. Like she ain't got to worry about getting kicked in the head. You got to worry about them head kicks like she did in the other fight. So yeah, I think we should go to bare knuckles. She might have a better chance of beating Page in this one. What's next for Macy Barber? Alexa Grasso in January. January 24th, I think. Let me check the date. Hold on. Let's see. Oh, February 13th. Macy and Alexa fighting. Yeah. Not Danielle H. Not Macy Chase on. Yeah, Martin Renault and Macy, they fight. When they fight next month, right? Jason, Martin Renault. Hold on. Yeah, February 6th, Marion and Macy fight. Alexa. But yeah, man. So that was the last card for 2020, wasn't it? I think that was the last card of 2021. Danielle H said I'm taking Macy. Which Macy fight? Macy Barber or Macy Chase on in her fight? Danielle. Yeah, she's fighting Alexa. That's gonna be a good fight though. Yeah, Chase on. Yeah, that's how you spell her name. Yeah. Chase on versus Renault. I like Renault, but man, Chase on. That's gonna be a tough. That's gonna be a tough. That's gonna be a tough task right there. Yeah, so yeah, I'm about to wrap this thing up here. I'll be on for another 5 minutes. Get up out here 5 minutes. I'm running 5 more minutes here. Um, what am I looking forward to next year? Looking forward to the Valentina Andrade fight. Looking forward to Rose and Whaley in 2021. What else? What else, man? Like, I know Nunes posted up on IG that she's gonna be busy next year, meaning that, yeah, like I guess she's gonna be fighting. So I'm trying to figure out who Nunes fights next. I guess the Megan Anderson fight's still gonna happen. They're just gonna move it out. But by busy, I mean, since she got the baby, she's gonna be busy fighting next year. So might be seeing Nunes 2 or 3 times next year, maybe. Liz said, "What's next for JJ?" She's just been training right now. She don't have anything signed yet. She's supposed to be having some news coming up, supposedly. More than likely, I'm thinking that JJ might be fighting Yan Jianan next. But other than that, I don't know. Like, she hasn't come out with any news yet as far as where her next fight will be. Minna said JJ goes up to 135. Wow, that would be I don't think that would be a good move. Here goes Colton again. Holly needs that second crack at Amanda Nunes. So Nunes can get a crack at her again, right? Minna said, Colton, do you want her to die? Right. No, that ain't funny. By the time Marianne fights next, she won't have a fight in 3 years. She's on a three skid streak. Not looking good for her. No, it's not. It's not really looking good for her. I think, time might be coming. Yeah, TJ, I'm telling you, man, she gonna be busy next year, man. Yeah, Pampers ain't cheap, bro. Pampers are not cheap. I'm sorry, Gary, it's happening. I'm not really, like I said, looking forward to it, but it's happening. Carla versus Wei Lee. Robert here said, I believe what Nunes say when I see it. Nah, I believe it this time, man, because, got that baby. She got that baby right now, bro, so she got some money to do. She got the money to make, some things to do. Stamina said, Minna, JJ would get pulverized. Yeah, she would. She get pulverized by a number 8 fighter. You know what I mean? She get pulverized by a number 8 or 9 fighter at bantamweight. Colton said, Danielle, I think she will. She has the style to beat her. I really believe that. She didn't do it the first time. We know for a fact that Nunes has the style to beat Holly. We do know that, Colton. We do know that, man. Holly needs to activate her social security and sit her behind down somewhere. Damn. Torres versus Azaroff. Yeah, Azaroff is about to come back. I need to do a video on that. I don't know if she's coming back at 115 or 125. And Misha Tate, she recently brought up the talk about her contract. Like, she still can't fight for anybody else because she still has 6 more fights to go or something like that. I don't know if y'all heard that. Something like a 6-fight contract or like a 2-year contract. So she has to work around that or either return to the UFC. So if she does come back, she will have to come to the UFC because she still has a contract with the UFC. Ain't that crazy? And I'll do a video talking about that. Shout out to WMMA That's where I saw that, because that is interesting. If she comes back, she would have to fight in the UFC, from my understanding. A GDR versus Holly for retirement. Oh man, GDR might win that one. Torres is the godmother. Yeah, she is. Gary Balder, hopefully she fights in 115. Yeah, I hope so. Like if Nina Ansaroff comes back, and they'll just go back at 115. Still need some talent there, you know. Yeah, man. Yeah, GDR will win again. I think so. But yeah, y'all, I'm about to get up out of here. Me going to 125. Wow. Gary, yes, GDR ain't washed. Yeah, she ain't washed. You know, she's not washed at all. No, I wouldn't say that. But yeah, let me get up out of here, y'all. I'm about to go get something to eat here. Gotta throw some food in here. Thanks for coming on, everybody in the chat. Even some of the new people that, you know, came in the chat that I don't really see all the time. I usually come on around this time just in case y'all, you know, come back through. I mean, I usually come on at like 7 o'clock. Not every night, but most nights. You know, I usually post up a reminder when I'm gonna come on. You know, I usually post up a thumbnail or schedule a stream for a certain day. If y'all see it pop up, you know, yeah, that's the day I'm coming on. So yeah, other than that, y'all, thanks to everybody coming in the chat, talking, and I'll make sure y'all subscribe. I'm about to get up out of here. Combo Breaker 99, I'm out. Later, peace.